Hello to my Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into it. Leos, let's get right into your reading. Let's get into your reading. Hopefully you all are having a great week and we'll have an even better weekend wherever you are. Hopefully the weather is beautiful. This reading is for the 26th of April through May 3rd/4th. We are already almost half of the year. It's already fifth month of the year, calendar year. So, prayer warriors, let's get in order. Let's get into it. The moon, I believe, is in Aries, I believe, moving into Taurus, right? So that would be your first and second house. Aries rules first house. Taurus rules second house, so you may want to find out what your signs are in your first and second house. Pull your birth charts, right? Pull your birth charts. Very, very important. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards, Leos. You all know you rule fifth house, right? So let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Pretty cleared the space. I am prosperous and abundant in everything I do. That's right. I am prosperous and abundant in everything I do. So I am would be God, right? The great I am, right? But also recognizing that everybody has the great I am and seeing God in everybody. And helping people find, meeting them where they are, meeting them, like when we hear, that the Savior meets everybody where they are, like at what level that they are, right? And recognizing that everybody is not, their zodiac sign rules a different house, right? Their zodiac sign rules a different house than yours, right? That which can be humbling. I mean, unless they're a Leo, unless they're another Leo like you, their house may rule a different sign. So for them, like, you all have no problem shining, right? So you all can accept certain things. Y'all used to like shining. But for another energy, that may be a setup for failure for some people, right? They may see it as like, okay, they ain't used to all of that, right? I ain't ready for all that. What movie was that? What movie was that? Anyway, so let's get right into it. Some people are not. Some people, I'm telling y'all, everybody is not built like a Leo, and that's not to boost anybody's ego. Everybody is not built the same, for real. Everybody's not built the same. Like, y'all are not. That's why I'll keep trying to tell people there is no competition. Everybody is not built the same. Y'all could want the most for your spouse, your parents, other family members, whomever. Y'all can really want people to shine like y'all shine, but they not built like that. You could want your spouse to be like, you can really want them to like have that same, sunlight like y'all, some people are not like that. They don't. So let's get into it. So yeah, but recognize they're prosperous and abundant in everything that they do too, right? They're prosperous and abundant because they have source inside of them as well. So let's get into it. So the great I am, and that's at the root. Right? So when you're creating, like affirmations, that I am is root chakra. So root chakra, then sacral chakra. Then the sacral chakra is the I feel. That's where the creativity is, right? That's where the creativity is. And so if that creativity is like those two, you got the seed but also water. So that means that whoever you procreate, like if it's your kids, like just like you were created, like the creator put somebody together, like your parents together, to procreate a seed in a planted a seed in a womb, right? For you to be born, right? For you to be a Leo, to be born on a particular day and time for you to be ruled by the sun. So you came out like ta-da, ta-da, right? And so, but you came together with somebody else, right? the great I am, the creator, right, created them to be a certain kind of way. They gonna procreate with somebody. They created the same kind of way, but still the I am. So hopefully that makes sense with somebody. Hopefully it makes sense with somebody. And so it's like everybody has to meet everybody where they are. You meet your spouse where they are. That's the I am inside of you, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that's the message that's coming to me. Is like when we expect for people to be just like we are, that's what the setup is. That's what kind of sort of the setup is, right? So here we go. 8 of Pentacles here. Mastering, this is a source to help somebody with a softer life. Mastering your craft, passion, diligence, high standards. So this is where sources, it's going to be a lot of downloads coming in through you. This is where somebody is learning how to live a softer life by being in receiving mode of a lot of downloads. So sources like it's time to master that within yourself. It's like the great I am is inside of you, that you are prosperous and abundant in everything that you do. You have mastered self. And so it's time for somebody to also recognize that other people have to master themselves as well. And that it's not a competition. It's like basically like the only person you're in competition with is the person in the mirror. That's it. That's it. This 8 of Pentacles, spending 8 hours a day mastering self. Wheel of Fortune, seeing something from a higher frequency. So somebody's really at a turning point at this point. Like somebody is lucky to be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I have a chance to be better than I was the day before. That's what this is, the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's saying, you know what? I have on the horizon, looking on the horizon, I have a chance to be better than I was the day before. That's what this is right here, looking at your cards. I have a chance to live a softer life. Here we had a 10 of Pentacles, right? So this is like leaving a legacy. I have a chance to be better than I was the day before in my legacy. I have a chance to be better than I was the day before. That's part of somebody's legacy. So this is the Magician card, meaning I'm focused on turning visions into reality. This is where somebody's learning how to speak some things into existence. I'm turning my vision into a reality. That's going to be part of my legacy from now on. I am trying to make somebody like me. I am me, they are them, right? I have God in me, they have God in them. I'm meeting people where they are. This is like where you're saying to people, I can lead people to water, but I can't force them to drink it. That's why I keep trying to tell, like, y'all are leaders, right? So somebody's going into hermit mode. Somebody's going into hermit mode, right? Really, like, letting a light turn on. I've been saying this for a long time. It's like Source is really trying to help somebody to really, like, your teacher is really Source, right? Here's the 9 of Pentacles, right? So somebody's going to stop talking about something and really say, okay, you're going within. Like, this is, again, Pentacles is receiving. This is at the root. This is at the root. Something is at the root. Somebody is now taking some kind of action. Yeah, root chakra is masculine energy. Root is like, okay, I'm going to plant a seed. I'm going to let Source plant a seed. Right? I'm going to let Source plant a seed. I'm receiving right from God. Like, I'm going to let Source plant. I'm going into hermit mode, and I'm going to let God plant the seed. Like, forget all that other mess. I'm going to let God plant the seed. For real. Like, I'm tired of human planting the seed. I'm going to let God plant the seed. I'm going to uproot all that other mess, and I'm going to let God plant the seed. There it is. That's it right there. I'm going to let God plant the seed. I'm tuning into God's channel. That's the channel I'm tuning into. I'm tuning into God's channel. So, yeah, that's good. Yep. Page of Swords, because somebody has been, a younger person has been feeling like they're walking on eggshells. Somebody's been curious. They've been prying, trying to tell the truth about stuff. They've been restless, a lot of mental energy. They've been trying, like, really, really feeling like they're walking on eggshells. And, here we have the 4 of Swords, right? So, And so somebody is going to finally get some rest. Somebody's going to finally get some rest. Whatever anxiety somebody may have been feeling is about to come to an end. But somebody has kind of really been an open book. Somebody has been an open book. And somebody's about to get some rest. Somebody's about to get some rest. Right, here's the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands. So a message is coming through. A message is coming through that somebody is about to be free from all of the somebody's about to be free. Somebody's been procrastinating. Yeah, somebody's been procrastinating. Somebody's been really coming off as like really bored, procrastinating. So somebody is trying to take a So somebody is really trying to well, there's two sides of this. So someone is looking for justice. Somebody is looking for justice. So so it's one thing. So somebody saw a fly in their apartment or their home, and a fly, a spiritual symbolization, a symbol of a fly would be death, right? Or some kind of like something like that. So I don't know who that's for, but that's what I'm seeing here. Because I'm saying 4 and 6 is swords. So somebody, that was for someone. Somebody meant for someone to see a fly. So a fly hid in some part, but somebody saw it, right? But somebody here looking at the cards here is basically saying that somebody wants financial independence, like a family wants someone to be financially independent. And so somebody wants justice. Somebody wants fortune and somebody wants justice. And so when somebody says that they are prosperous and abundant in everything that they do, what is this card here? 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody has put a lot of time and effort into something. But there's two sides to this reading here, Leos. There's two sides to this reading here. So somebody is trying to send a message, because page energy is messenger energy, right? So sword energy and also page energy. Also there's air and this is fire, right? So there is these are two chakras, right? This is air and this is fire. Right, so here we have the Empress card, right? So somebody's trying to grow their abundance and their prosperity. Somebody really is trying to grow their abundance and their prosperity. So it's two people that's trying to grow their abundance and their prosperity. But it looks like there's a difference. There's a difference here in how people are growing their abundance and prosperity. And there's a, when I look at the 4 and 6 of Swords here, there's also 2 Taurus that's involved here. There's a Pisces involved, there's 2 Taurus involved, there is a Gemini involved, there's a Virgo involved, there's an Aries involved, there's a Libra involved. We can see this. There's also court situation is involved in something. So here we have, is an organization, a religious organization involved. So there's a lot going on here. There's a Taurus involved. I would say Taurus right here. We have a Taurus in the Hierophant involved in something. So like I said, it was two Taurus involved in something too. And somebody is in hermit mode. Somebody wants something to end, right? Here we have the Eight of Cups. So somebody wants somebody to walk away from something. Somebody wants two people to walk away. So two people wants two other people to walk away. So this is, I don't know, it's just like two people want you and somebody to walk away from something. But something looks like it's in limbo, like something is stuck in limbo. Like somebody's avoiding something, fear of change or fear of loss, or stuck in limbo in terms of like emotions or something. Because 8 is a karmic number. 8 is a karmic number. So when you say that I am, the I am is, so it's two parts to this. So again, I am is source. There's only one source. There's the creator, God, right? So anything where a person believes that they are God, that's never going to fly. This lets me know that this lets me know that somehow, here's the Five of Swords here. Yeah. Somebody has been saying that somebody has a smart mouth, that somebody they want to win at all costs. This is where it is right here. This is what you have in common with somebody. This is the card right here. Somebody has been saying that somebody needs to meet an unfortunate end. This is what the conversation has been going on behind somebody's back. Your back and somebody else's back. This is what the problem is right here. All this air, all this conversation, all this talking. This is what all the shade is right here. And this is why somebody is really walking on eggshells and almost like this open book, because there's so much shade going on that it's almost like somebody want an all-out war. And people are not even thinking. People are not even thinking. But what's behind it is an organization. This is a religious organization that's behind it. Here we have 6 of Cups. Somehow with this, its source is something nostalgic. Something about friendship, innocence, healing, reunions, gifts, and something that's familiar to people are coming to the surface. It's doing something. While people are talking, all of this is happening. Like people are starting to remember something. Yeah, while people are having these conversations, like while people are going back down memory lane, so the conversation could start off talking about somebody as a bully or, violence and, relationships. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like when we talk about frequencies, and people could start off talking about one thing, but then you start going down memory lane and it starts picking up other things on that particular frequency, right? And so somehow something nostalgic in terms of friendships, a time of innocence, healing, reunions, gifts, like the conversations takes a switch from something negative to something positive. Somehow the conversation switched to something positive, right? That is source. So it's almost like source says, I'm going to let them start off with something negative, but I'm going to switch it to something positive. So it's almost like what Source is saying, what the enemy meant for evil, Source is going to turn it around for something good, to help people to see that they have a lot in common. Source turned a conversation that turned from something. This is what source energy is, because it's two sides of a sword. So source is saying what you may have started off with something about this person is this and that because you heard something, because somebody, source is going to turn around for something that you have in common with people. Two of Swords, yeah. That's what's going to cause a stalemate, because people going to be like, wait a minute. That's what's going to cause a stalemate. Then people are going to start seeing who two people have in common. That's when it's going to start hitting somebody real hard. Like, wait a minute. This person knows this person knows this person, and this is what's going to close out the cycle. That's what's going to close out a cycle. Source needed people to start talking. Because at first it's going to be like we ride at dawn. That's what it's going to start out. We ride at dawn. And then it's going to switch off into people know people who know people who know people. Well, wait a minute. We got these people in common. Wait a minute. You know so-and-so? Because it's a small world. When people start talking and start realizing that people know the same people. Wait a minute. You know so-and-so? Wait a second. Yep. Then they're going to realize, nah, they good people. You heard something wrong about this person. That one over there, that's different. That's when somebody going to say, wait a minute. Knight of Pentacles. Something about somebody's a hard-working person. Someone is very patient. Someone who someone is very responsible. Someone is very efficient. Someone who is somebody traveled with somebody, like they like somebody is like it's almost gonna be like somebody is like, I've gone on like a road trip with somebody, and they not like that. Like somebody is gonna tell you about somebody very different than what you heard. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody is going to tell you something very different than what you heard. Somehow, whoever tells you this is going to help you to say, well, wait a minute. And they'll be an open book. But whatever they tell you is going to carry more weight than the lies you've been hearing. But somebody needed to hear something different. Here we have the Seven of Cups here. Something is going to remove the scales from your eyes about something. To help you raise your vibration. To let you know that somebody was dealing with some snakes. Here's the Page of Pentacles. And that is the reason why somebody moved on with their life. They went on to get a whole new lease on life. Because somebody was just like really being fed some poison, for real. Somebody was being fed some poison. But all it takes is like talking to more people and realizing why some energies moved on with their lives. That's what it is. Somebody just was not, I don't know who this is. Y'all know what I'm saying? This is what you have in common, Leos. Like somebody could have been telling a bunch of lies about you, and the more and more people they talk to, the more and more people they like, nah, that's not my experience with Leo. So you may say you don't care what people say about you until it affects your money. Like that may be your thing, right? Until it's you right there about to do something and it affects your money, which could affect where you live, could affect your kids' future, could affect everything. Like everything could become crashing down. And you like, wait a minute, where did this lie start? Right? when you worked really, really hard for something, right? Right? So that's what Source is trying to help somebody is like, okay, where did this character assassination start? Right? Where did the character assassination start? But somebody is going to talk to you. Somebody's gonna talk to you. Here we said the Eight of Swords here. Somebody's gonna talk to you about a destiny swap. So here we have Queen of Cups here. Of how somebody has been trying to swap destinies with somebody for a long time. That's what's going to open your eyes up to something else. That's what's going to open up your eyes to something else. Yeah. Here we have the Fool card. That's what's going to help you say, oh my God, that's fresh hope. That's where you're going to say, new beginning. You know what? Let me move on. Let me move on. So something's going to open your eyes to something. So. Yeah, because right now, somebody is almost like, almost impatient at this point. Like somebody's like, okay, let's just get something over with. Like, let's just, this right here, this Eight of Pentacles. Like we've been planning, we've been putting a lot of time and effort into something. We trying to get this legacy going, popping. We trying to be financially independent here. We trying to get this whole new lease on life. We've been working hard on something. Like let's get this going. Let's get something going here. This person has been an open book. We trying to get some rest here. And then we got the 4 and 6, which is 10 of Swords here. This energy is assassinating people's character behind their back. This is self-imposed. This is justifiable. Like somebody just got the whole shebang worked out. But, so it's saying this person somebody being shady. There's all this other stuff. And then here comes something else. But really, it's talking about you. It's really talking about you. And so Source is saying, for you, somebody else is going to bring this right here into focus. These two right here are ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics, is going to bring something into focus for you to turn some things around. This 7 of Cups is like the devil in the details, where the scales are going to come off of your eyes. It's going to help you to close something out. So a conversation is going to have that's going to turn some things around. That's going to help you to be nostalgic and bring some things into focus. Help you bring things into focus. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's a lot of conversation going on for a reason. So, the Death card, because Source is trying to help somebody go through a rebirth. Source is trying to help you go through a rebirth. Help you go through a rebirth. So, rebirth is a very powerful transformation. Very powerful transformation. Source is trying to help you go through a very powerful transformation. Expansive. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So I just keep trying to use you all, Leos, to learn how to meet people where they are in their journey. Again, like I said, you all are ruled by the sun. Your sign and Cancers are the only two signs that are not, and we're not talking about any Cancers that you know, are not ruled by planets. Only two signs that are not ruled by planets. So somebody has a moon in Taurus. So your dreams need a practical plan. Somebody's dreams need a practical plan. When somebody, you know, is not, like I said, when somebody is not a Leo, and somebody is basically trying to is like it's their way or the highway, that means that somebody is in the presence of a dark emperor energy. Somebody who almost basically like is their way or the highway, and they know better than somebody else knows themselves. That will literally drive somebody crazy. That would literally drive somebody to death. And the stress was that would stress somebody out to death. And from somebody looking on the outside, looking in, that looks like a life insurance policy. So that was taken out on somebody. That's what that looked like. Let's get this show on the road. That's what that looks like. Let's do a destiny swap. That's what that looks like. 8 of Swords. Let's do a destiny swap with these two. This one ain't dying fast enough. Source is saying, look, something is happening. Something is happening here. Two people want a fortune fast. Who are these two people that want a fortune fast? Who are these people who want fortune fast? Leos. Two people want some money. That is what I have for you. That is what I have for you. See you in the next video. Bye.